news.
Well, welcome back to Daybreak. Ellen Rohr joining us for another economic lesson. And before we get started, you have a little shout out to give.
I do. A shout out to Susan Steckler. I got schooled on one of my segments.
Wow.
I know, and I'm so glad an astute viewer like Susan typed me an email and said, hey, well, what I said is that I look for financial people who are richer than me, so I check out their car. And she said, hey, I'm really rich, and I drive a used, nicely maintained car, and I was schooled. I think that's a really good point. So thank you, Susan, for the shout out and the clarification, right? I like my financial people to be richer, but the car, that may not be an indicator.
Well, sticking with the old car, today we're talking about older people. You're getting ready to retire, and I would actually throw my dad in this category. He's getting to that age of retirement where he's figuring out, do I want to keep working? Do I want to retire? My mom says you're not sitting at home and watching TV all day, and that's kind of the point.
That's kind of the point. I thought you were going to say I'm going to throw my dad under the bus, which we're not going to do today. We're going to give your dad some ideas for not driving your mom crazy. So it used to be that when we retired at 65, we then died. Right? That when Social Security was first started, the average age was 65, lifespan.
Yeah.
So now we're living well into our 70s or beyond. My mom is 87 and just crushing it. So think about time. You have more time than you need, but you're too old to waste time. So let's take advantage of that time that you have in your life and consider how you could maybe make more money and really create an adventure and a great life.
And one of the questions you have to ask is, should I retire? And that might be yes, that also might not be no, and that's when you really have to take a look at yourself and see what you want to do in the future.
And how much money you're going to have. Like, do you want to make a little money go a long
give me
way?
One of those hundos.
They're fake. Okay, you want to make a little money go a long way, or do you want to make some more money? So what you might consider is a business of your own. Now, sometimes your kids will get in the way. You might be telling your dad, oh, I'll handle it for you.
Yeah.
That might be just flat out disrespectful, and you might not be okay with that. Now, maybe you need some help. It's okay to ask for help when you need it, but you got to decide. It's your money. Do you want to take care of your life and maybe crank a bit? I like business. I'm a business person. So Colonel Sanders started his business at 65 years old with his first Social Security check and created KFC empire, right? Mary Kay was 55 when she had her first idea. Then her husband died, and she went ahead with her business anyway with her kids in the business. So there's some cool things that you can do. So I suggest you put on your big panties,
We've been
Dan.
waiting for these.
Yep. It's time for you to be a big boy and decide what you want to do with the rest of your life. And I suggest that maybe a business of your own. So I've got a rocket formula.
Rocket formula? Hit us with it.
Let's rock it. So R is rethink retirement. Yes, no, maybe. Maybe you could work part-time, but just rethink what you had in mind. Sitting in a rocking chair? I don't think so. And then O is own your dreams. What do you really want? What did you not yet accomplish that you may yet do?
And then C is craft your plan. K is know your financial position, kind of where you sit, what you want to do, where you want to go. I is invest, and the last one.
Get a book or something, and then T is take some action. Go, go, go.
Awesome. Ellen Rohr for another economic lesson. Daybreak will be right back.